Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to another Heart to Heart Talk. I'm John Kuert, and it is great that we can get together like this once again for a little devotional thought, spiritual insight that can help you in your spiritual journey. And what I have to share today should be a help. It's been a help to me. I'll tell you, many years ago, as I realized this, but just want to share this from Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 8. This is Paul, the Apostle Paul, writing to the church at Ephesus back in the first century. You might gather that Paul was one of my heroes, and he went through a lot, but he wrote 1/3 of the New Testament, and but anyway, he gave so many great insights, and I just appreciate his writing, and I think that the books of the Bible there in the New Testament, from about Romans down through Second Thessalonians, or no, Second Timothy. those are well uh, uh, looked at, and the pages are frayed quite well. But anyway, I'm rambling on. Sorry about that. But Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 8. Now listen to this. It says, "You were formerly darkness, but now you are light in the Lord. Walk as children of light." Now I want you to think about that for a minute and notice this. It doesn't say that you were in darkness. No, it says you were darkness. You see, darkness was your nature, is my nature. It's all of us as human beings. Our very essence as unbelievers is darkness. Paul says, you were darkness. You were formerly darkness, as he writes to the believers there in Ephesus. And notice this then, as we go on in that little line, that little verse, it doesn't say that you are now in the light either, does it? No, it says you are light. You see, when we open our hearts to Christ, God changes our very basic nature from darkness to light. So he doesn't say you're in darkness and now you're in the light. No, he says you were darkness and now you are light. The issue in this passage is not improving your nature. Your new nature is already determined when you accept Christ. If any man be in Christ, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. All things are becoming new. Notice that, becoming. It's in the present tense in the Greek. So our behavior isn't going to necessarily match with our new nature. Our behavior has to kind of catch up, if you might say that, to our new nature, because we are changed, we are transformed when we are redeemed by the blood of Christ. When we accept Christ, he cleanses us of our past, he justifies us, and then we start this process of sanctification. But our nature is no longer darkness, our nature is now light. So the issue, you see, is learning to walk in harmony with your new nature. Let me say that again. The issue is learning to walk in harmony with your new nature. You see, God has not given us power to imitate him. He has made us partakers of his nature so that we can actually be like him. That's why Paul could pray to the Ephesians, be filled with all the fullness of God. See, we are. It's just our behavior doesn't match that. Christ comes in. He doesn't partially come in. He is in there, and he changes our nature from darkness to light. It's a powerful thought. It's amazing. So you don't become a Christian by acting like one. See, we're not on a performance basis with God. He doesn't say, here are my standards, now you measure up. Although that's the way a lot of people think. You know, the Bible is a bunch of rules and we have to obey all these rules. No, he doesn't say you have to measure up. He knows that you can't solve the problem of sin, of an old nature, of sinful standards that we once had, and that now you're supposed to measure up. He knows that you can't solve the problem of an old sinful self by simply improving your behavior. So he changes your nature and gives you an entirely new self, the life of Christ in you. And only after he changes your identity and makes you a partaker of his nature will you genuinely walk as children of light. As you realize that, as you realize what Christ has done, what God has done by allowing Christ to come and die on the cross and take our place and take our sin upon himself, so that now we can be free from that and we can have a new nature. The old nature, the old man is gone, that came upon us all as a result of the fall in the garden. So it's just an amazing thought. And I hope it blesses you. I'm sure you can tell that I'm excited about it as I share it with you. And I hope it blesses you and helps you in your spiritual walk with the Lord. So at the end of this week, here we are at the end of another week. Friday, March the 19th. I pray that it'll be a blessing as you think about these things today, and that it will even be a turning point, perhaps, in your life. Well, God bless you. Have a great weekend, and remember that now I am on YouTube. If you know some folks that are saying, well, I wish Pastor John was doing his thing again. Well, I'm still doing it. I'm just not putting it on the church website. I'm just doing it on YouTube. It's under John Kuert, and it'll have the date next, and then it'll say Heart to Heart. So anyway, it's great to be with you. Have a great weekend. God bless, and take care. And Lord willing, we'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye.